Owning a SIG pistol has always been a top-level experience, but SIG has made it even better with the SIG Legion program, which gives you access to special information and products for Legion members only. The Legion pistol offers features beyond even the usual SIG standard. A good example is the P226 Legion RX in 9mm. You'll immediately notice the Romeo 1 3-minute red dot sight. It's machined right into the frame for a low sight line that co-witnesses with the X-Ray 3 sights. These are dovetailed into the slide and intended to work day or night. They're high enough to see through the Romeo 1. You won't need to worry about battery life. The Romeo 1 shuts itself off after 2 minutes inactivity, then comes back to life as soon as it's picked up. You can supplement these sighting systems with a light or laser on the 3-slot accessory rail. There's a thumb safety lever on either side for the convenience of left-handers. If you're one of those who's not fully convinced on polymer frames, you'll like the P226's aluminum frame combined with a stainless steel slide. It's checkered on the front strap for improved grip. The magazine well is generously flared for fast insertion of the 3 supplied 15-round magazines. The recoil spring guide rod is steel for a bit extra forward weight and improved durability. If you prefer a double action or double action only pistol, you can get the P226 Legion in those configurations: 9mm, 357 SIG, or 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. SIG is your complete systems provider, and you can combine your P226 with SIG lights, holsters, ammunition, and other items, including some that are exclusive to the Legion owners.
Good shooting, Scott.
Clear and safe.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you back on the show. Every year we have SIG on here, and it's just some fantastic stuff. Now, I just shot yesterday for the first time the P226, so can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, the P226 is one of our pistols that we've had for a number of years.
Okay.
This one happens to be the Legion version of our 226. It's available in 9mm, and it's been out now about 2 years.
Now, you mentioned the Legion there. Can you tell us what exactly does that entail when you purchase a gun that is the Legion family?
Well, in the Legion family, what we did is we took our standard classic line pistols and we basically did some improvements and a few major design changes.
Okay.
One of the design changes we did is we changed the design of the beaver tail, made it a little bit higher, and we also did the X5 undercut on the trigger guard. What that allows you to do is get your hand higher up, closer to the bore axis, and makes it basically so the gun points more naturally, if you will.
Okay.
In addition, it came out with some other kind of unique traits. It's got a enhanced trigger system in it, and that they did a higher polish on the trigger and a different finish. So the trigger is just ultra smooth on this gun. It's really nice.
Now, I know some of my most recent pistol purchases have been the P320 X5, and that trigger, it looks pretty similar. Is there any difference between those two?
It's a different operating system.
Okay.
This is a hammer-fired system,
Okay.
single action trigger. So it's a trigger a lot like a 1911 style pistol.
Okay.
It's got a manual safety, but it does have a straight blade like the X5 trigger does. This one happens to be a Bruce Gray design trigger that's in this gun. And because a lot of people like that straight bladed trigger as opposed to a curved bladed trigger, it's just a different change to a new option on the 226 pistol.
Now, with some features like that, the trigger specifically being more of like a match grade, is this something a lot of people use in competition?
Yeah, both because it's single action, which means you have a lighter trigger than you would if you had double action. Yeah. We're not cocking the hammer. You would carry this gun cocked and locked, similar to a 1911, and thumb down on the safety, firing the trigger. You've got about a 4.25 pound trigger on it, but it's real crisp, so it makes for a great target shooting pistol.
And what are some of the different options we'd have as far as optics?
This one, you can either run it with standard iron sights, but it's also available in what we call the RX model. The RX model comes with our Romeo 1, which is a red dot optic, and in that case, we also have our suppressor sights, which give you enough elevation above the red dot to use your iron sights if you need to.
Great.
But a lot of people are kind of swapping over, especially people with any type of, you know, where they're having vision problems where they can't focus real clearly on their front scope. This red dot has really rejuvenated my shooting because of my eye problems I have as I get older.
Well, Scott, thanks so much for coming in today and showing us this great gun.
It's been a pleasure, as always.
If this is a pistol you'd like to add to your collection, go to galleryofguns.com and select the Gun Genie. Just enter your zip code and the Gun Genie will display a list of Gallery of Guns dealers in your area and the price they'll ask for your new pistol. Just pay with a major credit card and you can be shooting your new gun in just a few days.